Hey everybody, welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is Sunday, so you know what that means. It is time for our weekly recap of Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 12, episode 2, Cheater's Heart. So let's dive in, y'all. I got my notes because you know I can't remember shit. So it started off with Candy and Cynthia. Candy came up. They were like at this restaurant or whatever like that. I want to say it was around lunchtime because it was still kind of light outside. Um, they were Cynthia and Candy were talking. They were talking about Candy coming off her dungeon tour and just kind of relaxing because you know that girl got about 112 jobs or 112 businesses, I should say. So she was just like she was tired. She just wanted to relax. She just wanted to, get stuff ready for the baby and whatnot. And right now the baby doesn't have a room. She thinks the baby will just be sleeping in her and Todd's room for the time being or whatever. And Cynthia was like, well, yeah, because me I had Noelle in my room or whatever. And when she left, I was happy. So they was just chit chat. And then Portia came up and Portia was saying that, she wasn't back at work yet. She wasn't ready because she don't want to be away from PJ. And what else happened? She was saying like, she was talking about her breast, how it was being mom, like one nipple here, one nipple down there, and stuff like that. But she only breastfed for like 3 weeks. Um and I mean 3 weeks is good because I ain't breastfeed at all. Them kids got a bottle. But anyway, look, they was healthy. Shoot. What else happened? Oh, and then because I'm trying to get to where they had got to. I know it was something else that happened, but at any rate, they was just drilling her on Dennis and whatnot. They was trying to figure out what happened with Dennis. And Candy was pretty much like, well, was it just cheating? And I was just like, really, Candy, just cheating? Like, you supposed to get cheated on? Like, you just making it seem like it was just a minimal thing or like that. That's not something minimal for some people. Some people do get back in relationships and can forgive the person that cheated on them or whatever, and then some people just can't. So I mean, yeah, I ain't like the way she really phrased that, but I got what she was saying because some people do get over another person cheating and stuff like that, but I just ain't like how she said it. They was just pretty much drilling her like, is y'all gonna get back together? Like, what happened? Is something out there? And Portia was real like aloof. She really didn't want to say anything, and I mean that's her prerogative. She don't really have to divulge her relationship information to them or anything like that. Just because it's in the blogs doesn't quite mean that she want to talk about it. So Candy, oh, that's what it was. Candy and Cynthia had talked about before Portia got there that they were kind of upset that Kenya had just brought up the whole sincerely thing because Kenya wasn't there. So how could she bring up something? I had mentioned that in my last review. Like, how could she bring up a topic that she wasn't even privy to? Like, whatever. So they was feeling some type of way about that. So when Portia came up, she had after they finished the whole small talk and stuff like that, Portia was kind of like, well, what was up with that sincerely thing? And Candy was like, girl, when she sat down, because I was out of town when it was all in the blogs and stuff like that. So when she sat down and mentioned it, it was like she was telling me some information or whatever like that. And so they kind of laughed it up. They really wasn't, like at war or nothing like that. So not Portia. Cynthia had asked Portia, did she think that her and Dennis could, work it out and get back together? And Portia was pretty much like, she ain't know, because, if he was to give back the ring, and they was like, wait, what? He took the ring. Why you get a ring back? And she was like, oh no, he took the ring. I want Cynthia when she said in her confessional, bestiality, infidelity, and drugs, and you took the ring back? What they do that at? Yeah, no. He wanna got that ring. No, sir, no, ma'am. Try it. But anyway, she was just pretty much like, she don't know. She don't really know what she gonna do with the whole Dennis thing. Next, we see Eva. It was just like this short little thing where Cynthia was talking to her, and because Cynthia wanted to invite her to dress shop with her so she can get her pride dress or whatever. And then they was just kind of doing small talk about the group and how Kenya and Portia and everything like that was still talking smack on Eva when she left about her not bringing the kids and stuff. And Eva was like, look, it ain't enough edges in this group to grip somebody up in a ponytail, so I wish they chill or type thing. I was like, Okay, Eva. Anyway, we see Kenya. Kenya is on the phone with Mark. And Mark, in this scene, it was pretty much like he was just talking to the baby, but the baby couldn't talk back, so he was talking to Kenya, but it seemed like he was more into what the baby was doing, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like he didn't have any interaction like with his wife. It was more so like, what's the baby doing? Like, oh, it's swimming. Oh, is this with the baby? Oh, the baby crawling and stuff like that. And Kenya was pretty much like, he has two other children, so he kind of talks to me as if he knows more than me, or he knows better than me because he has been a father for longer than I've been a mother, type thing, or whatever like that. So she didn't really like the way he was talking to her. And I mean, that was pretty much their scene and stuff like that. But I mean, he was fussing. He was fussing about the dogs. He was fussing about her comparing the baby to other people. Like, he was just fussing. But I was just like, this is weird, because he's more talking to her, talking to the baby through her. It was just weird. But anyway, that was them. Cynthia and Noelle, they're in the car. I don't know where they driving to, child. She ain't say. But anyway, they in the car. They having this whole conversation. And Noelle is very pretty. She looks like, what's his name? Leroy? No. Leon? Leon. That's his name. Lord, I messed that man name up on his little cute self. But anyway, they in the car. Noelle was saying like how she had anxiety when she went to college and stuff like that. But since she's been back home, that she's been feeling a little bit better. And then she was also saying that she's seen a change in Cynthia since she's been with Mike. Which was a good thing, because she said, she was like, remember one time I had asked you if you had low self-esteem or whatever because of her relationship with Peter, because they kept having like the same argument, and she just felt like her mom was settling with Peter and not really, living her best life or whatever like that. So she said that when she saw that, she knew that that's not the kind of relationship she wanted in her life. She didn't want to settle with anybody. And she was real happy that Cynthia pretty much found her happiness and stuff. So I thought that was a good moment. And then also, we found out that Noelle she don't really like labels or like that. She's more, because Cynthia was asking her about, she was like, I saw some cute guys on there when I dropped you off on campus and stuff. Have you been, hooking up with them, or, going on dates and stuff like that? And she was like, well, I saw a couple people that I was interested in romantically, a couple females and stuff. And that's when we found out that Noelle is bisexual, pretty much. And she was just like, I don't like labels, and I love who I love, and all this other stuff. But if you want to label it, I mean, you don't have to label anything, because quite frankly, I don't like labels myself. Somebody always want to put you in a goddamn box and make you this. But I guess by society's terms, she would be bisexual. And I love that little conversation they had, because Cynthia wasn't all like, oh no, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, because I need green, like thinking about herself. She was thinking more on Noelle's behalf, and making sure that she knows, like, I don't care if you here with a female, I don't care if you here with a male, as long as they treat you right and make you happy, and they're not make you, but that you are happy, then that's all I'm worried about. And I was like, go ahead, Cynthia, go ahead. But then Cynthia started throwing out all these questions like, well, who is you dating, girl? Is you dating the female? Is you dating the male? Is they coming to dinner? When can I meet her? She was like, damn, Mom, you got a lot of you got a lot of questions. Slow down. So next we see Candy and Marlo, and they at a trampoline park. Ace, at first Ace was not feeling it. He was bouncing along with Candy, and he was just crying. He was not feeling it. And it might have been because he had just woke up. So, because he was just like, the fuck is this? I don't like it. Take me off. But then Marlo came in with her little sequence. I said, girl, you decked out. But that's Marlo. She always be dressed like, she going to the zoo. She got on 6-inch heels and stuff. But she was like, I got on some sneakers. I was just like, whatever. But Marlo had her 3 nephews there. 2 of them she's been taking care of for about 5 months. And the other one, she just kind of watches while his mom goes to dental school from 8 to 2 or whatever. So Candy was like, what? They staying with you for the summer? And she was like, no, I've been having them for 5 months. They call me mommy, auntie, and stuff. She was like, what's going on? So the kids went off to bounce, and Marlo sat down with Candy and was telling her like her sister, well, one of her sisters, the two kids belongs to one sister and the other one belongs to another sister. She was saying like the two kids, their mom, one of the kids called her and was like, Auntie, our mom being taken away. And she was like, taken away by who? The cops? And she was like, no, by like the mental facility. So her sister has like bipolar, she's schizophrenic. So she got taken to the mental institution, and Marlo took custody of the children while their mom is institutionalized or whatever like that. Um, so she's been taking care of the kids, and she said, it's hard taking care of the kids and stuff like that, getting them acclimated and stuff, and just kind of just learning how to be a mom or whatever. So, and Candy was just giving her like a little pep talk and stuff, and telling her like, look, you can do this or whatever. If you need something, like, let me know, type thing. And then they was talking about being around the girls again and all the other stuff. But I really thought that was a real touching moment to show like the humanize Marlo, because like everything is just pretty much like, oh, she rah 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 rah, and all this Mac talk, all this nonsense, always shading people and stuff like that. But to actually see her be like a human, and to see her around the children, and she taking care of her sister's kids, and that's a big heart. That takes a lot to do, to take in someone else's children. Like, that's a lot. So I like that part, that they was like humanizing her or whatever like that. And they also showed the clip where last season, because she was like, yeah, Marla, she was, because Candy said something like, I forgot what she said, but she said something like, every time we see you, you are like pretty much like sticking up for Nene and being her like sidekick and stuff like that. So it'll be good for the girls to kind of see you in this kind of light or whatever. And Marlo was like, well, I really, I be having everybody, other people back and stuff. She was like, well, you didn't have my back on that whole closet thing. And she was like, girl, well, you ain't supposed to listen to everything I say. Like, I was just like, oh, you just gonna set her up. And then you, but that's Marlo ass for you. But anyway, why they had showed Candy falling in slow motion like that? I said, oh, bravo, Shady. They could, then they put it in slow-mo. I said, oh, they wrong for that one. Anyway, we see Portia. Next thing we see Portia and baby PJ. Shamia coming over to visit. The baby kind of fussy. Portia said that she had like a little stomach ache or whatever like that. Portia tried to go up the steps, y'all. She go to the second step. She like, oh, my knee. I said, damn, girl, you just had a baby. Now your knees all jacked. Your knees all jacked up. She was like, oh, we feel old. She was like, me and Shamia, and she was like, last year, she was like, before we had our babies, me and Shamia was just wilding out, like doing everything. And then they showed like little clips of how they was just twerking and doing flips and, drinking and stuff, having a good time. And she was like, now all we talk about is bottles, the babies, and the new kids bop, and like, she was just like, everything done changed. So then Shamia started talking about, oh, yeah, so they got that little mommy cocktails, little wine cooler. They ain't got like a lick of no damn alcohol in it. So they started chatting, and Portia was like, girl, Dennis had ended up spending the night. Shamia was like, what? Girl. And so Portia started telling her how the baby had a doctor's appointment. Dennis wanted to come over. He wanted to keep asking her when she wants some alcohol. So he wanted to get her tipsy. So shoot, I can't even think of the goddamn word, y'all. Goodness, I can't think of the damn word. So she could be just loose and just feeling like all comfortable and everything like that. And then they watching some movie that turned into a series. And so anyway, he spent the night. They had sex, and she was like, I'm just human, It's been all this time. And so Shamia was like, well, girl, is you pregnant? She was like, no. But then when production asked her, she's talking about, I don't know. Girl. Portia, come on, do better. I mean, yes, you're human. It happens. Like, I'm sure you are not the only female in the world who done slept with somebody. Slept with your baby daddy after y'all done broke up and stuff like that. You was not the only person out here in this world, so don't feel bad. But Don't be trying to get knocked up by this man and y'all just had a baby and he's still out here wilding. Like, don't do it to yourself, Portia. So Shamia was like, well, what you gonna do? Like, you think you're gonna take him back and stuff? She was like, I don't know, because it's embarrassing. Like, he out here cheating, the infidelity. I don't know. Like, I really don't know what I should do. And then she was like, he wanted to leave this morning. He wanted to give me a kiss on the lips. And so Portia was kind of like regretting that she slept with him because she was giving out mixed signals. So it's like, I'm still hurting, but then I slept with you. So now you thinking like you off the hook, everything gravy. Like, no, it's not good. Like, you still on the hook. I just was human and had a lapse in judgment and slept with you or whatever like that. So, she said she pretty much want to know everything, and she don't know what she gonna do once he tell it, and if he don't tell it, she still don't know what she gonna do. Next we see Cynthia and Kenya. I was like, Cynthia can't park for shit, and Kenya can't work her Tesla. Like, girl, get yourselves together. She couldn't close the damn door. Cynthia couldn't parallel park. They got to do better. They just need the Uber. I don't even know why they was trying to pretend like they be driving all the time. Like, stop. Kenya say Cynthia to this chakra, please, because she's talking about she trying to throw shade at Eva because Eva said she didn't know how her energy was going to be and stuff like that. So she pretty much was like she going to cleanse her energy and blah blah blah. So she really in her feelings that Eva didn't bring her children, and that Eva was pretty much like, I don't know how your energy was going to be, so I wasn't going to bring my kids. And I understand like she ain't know, like, all her interactions with Kenya have not been good. So how was she supposed to know it was going to be good? Some people wild out when their children there, regardless. Some people still be acting a fool, even though their kids is right there. We done seen it. So I don't even understand why Kenya all in her feelings like that. She just need to sit down and talk to Eva and hash that shit out. Like, all that back talking and side talking that her and Portia was doing about Eva not bringing her children, that should have just been taken to Eva, like, for real, and cut all that nonsense out. But then again, that's Kenya, so that's what she do. And then she was talking about Eva sending her baby a doll and stuff like that, but she gonna return it back to her. I mean, like, come on, that's some petty shit. And then Kenya was getting mad because Cynthia was taking up for Eva or whatever like that. And she was like, I don't understand why Cynthia taking up for Eva like this. I'm her only friend and all this other stuff. And what she say? She said something about judging. I know she got a poor lapse in judgment when it comes to her friends. I hope it ain't the same for her man or something. I said, ooh, so you claiming you her only friend, but then that's the way you talk about her and her. And the way they be talking in these confessionals be killing me, because it be like, y'all act like y'all don't realize they gonna show this shit at the damn reunion or whatever like that. But I'm here for it. But anyway, that dude, he was weird. Like, he looked like a skinny Van from 9 Meg. I ain't like it. Like, what was his outfit and then all the other like, it just ain't go together. I wasn't feeling it. Anyway, we see Cynthia, Candy, and Eva. They at the dress shop. Well, first, Eva she came in after Cynthia and Candy. But they all sitting there, they talking. And because Candy and Cynthia came together, and then Candy was like, why is we at a bridal shop? And so she was like, they got bride dresses over here and regular dresses over here, Candy, because Cynthia, her old thirsty ass, she'd have popped up trying to do some bridal shopping and stuff like that. So anyway, they talking, Cynthia, Candy, and I just said her damn name, Eva. They talking, and Candy had asked Eva, like, well, why wasn't you at the lunch and stuff? She was like, what lunch? I wasn't invited. Because Eva will go to a goddamn lunch. She eating everything since she pregnant. And so she was like, Candy, Cynthia was like, oh yeah, you were supposed to be there because remember about the whole sincerely thing and stuff and whatever. And so Eva was like, yeah, because you wanted to bring it up at that party and I didn't think that was good. And so then they told her what Kenya did. And she was like, why would she do that? Like, see, and so then they was telling her about, so then they started talking about Portia and how Portia was saying, putting salt on how Eva didn't bring the kids and stuff. And so Eva was reading Portia down. She was like, she need to be worried about her own vagina. Didn't she just pop out a kid 6 weeks ago? She need to be going back to work. She need to be doing it. I said, ooh, Eva, she was reading that girl down, like, mm-mm. And then they was talking about how Portia, she was like, she need to be worried about that baby. You know, her and Dennis and stuff like that. She need to get back with Dennis and stuff. Because baby PJ just looked just like Dennis with a bow. I said, she right, though. That baby do look like Dennis. With a little pink bow right there. She do. So she was pretty much like, she need to mind her business and stop worrying about us and worrying about her own business. She steady telling other people business, but she ain't telling her own. So she was reading her down, and they had to stop her ass. They was like, yo, just pause, Eva, pause, or whatever like that. So I mean, I agree, but hey, who am I? Anyway, we see Portia. She in the car with her sister. Well, not with her sister. She in the car by herself. She on the phone with her sister, and she telling her sister how she going to counseling, and she got up early in the morning, and she going to counseling, and she want all the answers, and she was just like, if he say this, that's going to trigger me. If he say that, that's going to trigger me. And she was like, her sister was like, well, you just trigger happy. She was like, hell yeah, I'm trigger happy. Like, pow, pow, bitch. Like, so she was just like, her sister was pretty much like, give it a chance. You know, you never know how it's going to go. And she was like, look, you, and Portia was pretty much like, I had to watch you go through infidelity because her sister Lauren was cheated on her boyfriend, cheated on her, or whatever, while she was pregnant. Same scenario. And she was like, I didn't realize I was watching on how this would happen to me, or whatever. So she pulled up to the counseling office. They didn't take the cameras inside. She come out 35 minutes later, and I'm like, that was a short session. They usually like an hour. But so Portia came out, she was crying, and she was just like, she can't do it. And so then we came back from the commercial break, and Portia's at home. Lauren comes up or whatever, and Portia tells her, like, the counseling session did not go well. She was, like, very upset. She started putting a pillow on her face, so she don't want nobody to see her crying. And she was just like, she can't do this. And she was just like, she told Lauren how she needed to, she went in there, she had asked him about what happened or whatever, and she was like, she looked at him and he was crying. I'm like, nigga, what you crying for? You did the cheating. So she said she asked him all the questions that she wanted, and he answered them. So after he answered them, she smushed him in the face, and then she left. So he basically told her that, yeah, he had sex with another female. And she was pretty much like, she cannot forgive it. And Lauren was like, you don't want to go down that road. Like, you just, like, give it a chance. Like, you know, she was like, look, I hear what you're saying, but I cannot forget this. I got to be a role model for my daughter. I cannot have her out here thinking that it's okay for a man to cheat, and then we get back together and stuff like that. And Lauren was just, like, crying and stuff. She was like, look, sis. So Portia was like, you went through it, yeah, but I saw how you went through it with your boyfriend, and then, you know, you left him, and then it was hard at first, but you elevated yourself to where you are right now. Like, you are happy, you are strong, like, you are doing all these things that you deserved or whatever. And she was like, you may not have a man right now, but you are where you want to be in life, and I want to be right there. I want to be where you are. I want to be happy or whatever. And she said she wanted to live her truth. And she was Lauren was like, I understand, but you upset right now. You just got to process it and stuff. And she was like, look, I am done. This is unforgivable. I cannot do this and stuff like that. So, I mean, like, it's real raw right now. So she don't really know which way she want to go. But right now she leaning more to, like, she done or whatever like that. But you know, it was like at first session, and it was coming all out and stuff like that. And then, because she went the family life. So, of course, Portia, you could already tell, even if you didn't read the blogs and know that they was back together, that you could already tell that she want her family back, because that's what she wanted. That was her vision. Like, the whole husband, the baby, her. Like, that's what she envisioned and stuff like that. So, right now, at the end of this episode, she was pretty much like, she was done. Like, she deserves better type thing. And that's where they ended it at. Next week's episode looks good. We get to see Nene and her shady ass. And they doing the pride thing. And it was something, like Mark finally comes home and visits Kenya and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens on the next one. This one was kind of okay. You know, Real stuff ain't gonna happen until like later on in the episodes and stuff like that. But hey, it was what it was. I just want to thank everyone who has subscribed to me. I have 51 subscribers now. Ooh, yes. I'm excited. So, like, continue to share and like, and hit that notification bell for my next video. And until next time, y'all, peace.